Colleen, and I'm a physical therapist, and you are watching Clinical Sprinkles. Today we're going to be talking about what it's like to be a new grad. This is coming from someone who is not really a new grad anymore. I've been working as a PT for 4 years now, and reflecting back on how I was when I was in my first year, there's a lot of things I wish I would have told myself. Watch till the end of the video to kind of hear the tips that I would give myself, and then also just things to look out for if you are a new grad. So there's this phrase that's being thrown around, and I'm sure you've heard of it. It's called Imposter Syndrome, and it's where you feel like you're not adequate enough, you're imposturing, you are pretending to be a PT, and you feel like you're not successful. And totally did I have that my first year. Very, very common. Very understandable. You just question whether you're doing a good job. Are you helping your patients? Did I do this for nothing? I'm doing all the right things, but the patient's not getting better. There's all these different thoughts that come to your head, but just know that you just have to keep moving forward. Whether it's journaling your thoughts, whether it's bouncing your ideas off another person, just make sure that you have someone there to support you. This is a very dark and hard time, and there's no definite end, like how long that's going to take for you to overcome this. But I really hope that you do, because PT is a very rewarding profession, and I hope you get to enjoy it more. So coming out of PT school, you learned a lot of information. You think you're so cool because you passed the boards, which, yeah, you should feel pretty cool, because passing the boards is not an easy task. So good job for that. But also be open-minded to learning more from experienced PTs. I had a hard time at first kind of accepting feedback from PTs, or I would take it too hard on myself. So make sure that when you're getting feedback that you're open to it and that you're receiving it well, and that each time that you're given feedback, you're critically thinking whether you do want to implement that into your treatment style or not. But make sure, like, part of this first year, you're kind of stumbling, trial and erroring different exercises, different manual techniques, different taping techniques. Just take note of the progress of your patients, and then keep that in mind. Another really big thing that I really wish I would have known as a new grad is that you can't help everyone. What I mean by that is there are some people who come to therapy because they're supposed to come to therapy, but they don't want to participate in the exercises, they don't want to come consistently to their appointments, and they make a huge fuss, and they just don't want to get better. I felt like it was my duty as the PT to give patient education onto why this exercise was helpful, what kind of things they need to do to be better. This is their only conservative route before they have to have surgery, but then they wanted to have surgery. You can't always win those things, and it was really hard for me to accept at first, because I came into this field to help people, but some people don't want to be helped. Kind of a hard thing to wrap my head around. Let that sit for a minute, come back to it, I don't know. Also, my first year out of PT school, I was so not good at exercise prescription. I was doing very basics, not advanced, also repetitive. I realized I needed to grow my exercise knowledge. One resource I recommend, my company supplied us with a MedBridge membership, and I highly recommend if you have an exercise library, whether that be WebPT, MedBridge, or whatever, that if you're looking for a specific region or muscle group that you're targeting, look on MedBridge. Just type shoulder external rotation and then see what pops up, because then you'll see a bunch of different ways. You physically can go try those different ways, and then you can pick the ones that you like, or try it on your patients, either way. But there's a whole library of exercises, and you need to keep growing off of that. Also, 4 years ago when I was a new grad, Instagram exercises were very, very popular, and so I would bookmark, follow, and save a bunch of those pages of people who are giving really good exercises, and then applying those to my patients as well. Lastly, the not as fun part to look for, but also has a lot of good information, the best information probably, is research. So if you're Google searching the condition, the medical condition, and type physical therapy with that, go under Google Scholar actually, and then look up the articles that are related to that condition. And sometimes there are exercises like an appendix that you can refer to, and then you can go into the methods section and then see what kind of exercises were most effective, and then refer to the appendix on which ones those were. Also, my first year out of PT school, I was really freaking slow at documenting. So documentation would take me probably an hour and a half each day. Yeah, probably an hour and a half each day. So if I saw 14 patients, including evaluations, I would always take documentation home, or I'd stay late. I got to know the cleaning people is how late I would stay. So being able to document efficiently definitely takes practice and time, but as a new grad, my first year, probably even close to into my second year, did I start to actually get better at it, get more concise about it, learn tips and tricks, be more fluent with the medical terminology, physical therapy, phrases that worked well, so that I didn't have to come up with a creative new way to say what patellofemoral syndrome was. So I'm very concise now on how I document, but that took a lot of practice, and realizing that weakness from the beginning is going to save you a lot of time later. So those are just a few quick things that I realized came out of my first year out of PT school. And so if you are a new grad, realizing these struggles ahead of time can be really helpful. And then also knowing what can help you become a better PT now may also help you. But know you're not in it alone. We've all gone through this. We're all going to get better as we keep going. But just as long as you recognize it, continue to try to learn. Let me know if you have any questions. Send me a message. I'll leave my Instagram handle below. It's at Clinical Sprinkles. And then also check out my website if you haven't already. I help pre-PTs, student PTs, and current PTs on different aspects of the career in general. If there's something else that you want to see, leave a comment below or shoot me a message on Instagram. If you learned something on this video, please give a thumbs up. If you don't want to miss out on any more, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I would love your support. I'm very new at this. I'm still trying to be consistent, but when I drop stuff, it should be good. So thank you all again for watching. I appreciate your support. Again, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you already are, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.